A major concern has struck Wuthering waves, and it's the same concept I spoke about in the past. Team building power creep. Each new character needing their designated support has never been more apparent than now, with Zani. Phoebe is essentially tied to the hip to Zani, so much so that she exists as her tail. Wait, what is she, Lumi? I have sacrificed a sinful amount of Astrites to get not only Zani, but Zani's weapon and her best in slot support, Phoebe. And we will be seeing just who reigns supreme, Phoebe's cheeks or Rover's cheeks. Wait, what am I saying? My name is Void Enigma, and we'll be testing the performance between the two and decide just how much better Phoebe is than Rover. We will also be testing Zani's performance versus the undisputed highest damaging team in the game, Carlotta and Judgy. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and let's slip into the void and light up the Spectro Frazzle. A few disclaimers before we start. Firstly, I don't have Phoebe's signature weapon, so because of this, we are missing the 30% Spectro Frazzle amplification, but that won't make too much of a difference, but keep that in mind. Additionally, I'll be playing Spectro Rover in her best case scenario, incorporating quickswap into the gameplay. This is very important so that you can actually access a third of Zani's damage. If you do not quickswap, you could only get off 2 of Zani's enhanced heavy attacks, and we want to get 3. Through well-placed quick swaps, we can get off all 3 without much issue. Both Phoebe and Spectro Rover will be running the full Eternal Radiance set. For Phoebe, Moonlit is slightly better. For Spectro Rover, I believe she really wants the Eternal Radiance set so that she can get the most damage in, since she'll be doing a lot of the damage by using quickswap. Moonlit is definitely still a great option for both. Additionally, Phoebe will have Cosmic Ripples, and Rover will be using Emerald of Genesis. Lastly, with their skills, I've taken some liberties, and since I couldn't max Phoebe day 1, I'll match their skill level. Quintuple 6s across the board. With all of that said, let's begin. The difference in smoothness is definitely apparent. Even though we quickswap with both, to be honest, it feels way easier with Rover in my opinion, but that's just because I'm used to Rover and I'm not used to Phoebe yet. I noticed that the best way to play Phoebe is to wait out your first rotation a tiny bit so that she can regain her confession mode when Zani is ready to hit the field. This lets Zani have a smooth rotation and easily access all 3 of her enhanced heavy attacks. With Spectrover, this is actually much easier to do because you can actually build Spectrover's gauge very easily, and with enough energy recharge, you can chain Spectro Rover's ult. It's way easier to use Zani after the first rotation, so you might be okay skipping that 3rd enhanced heavy attack for the first rotation, but every rotation after, you should easily be able to keep it up. You just gotta get that frazzle stack up. Phoebe does have a bit of downtime that you have to account for, and at that time, I just swap off the Shorekeeper instead. Also, Pheobe applies so much more spectral frazzle than Rover, it's insane. It's about double, which completely sets up Zani for her full rotation, but even so, if you do use Spectral Rover well enough, it's seriously not that far behind. As you can see, through quick swapping, I am able to get off 3 enhanced heavy attacks in both teams. It's of course easier with Pheobe, but it's not that hard with Rover. Lastly, the lack of Phoebe's outro is definitely apparent, and that's 100% spectral frazzle amplification that Rover is missing out on, and it shows with Zani's damage. Despite all that though, Zani and Pheobe pulls ahead by about 17 seconds in this tower. Now keep in mind I probably didn't play Pheobe perfectly, but this was my absolute best run out of about 20 to 30 tries. So the difference between Zani and Pheobe is definitely noticeable, but is not as bad as people presume. This is of course thanks to quick swapping both characters. This helps Zani get off all of her damage, and even though her blaze is harder to maintain with Spectral Rover, she is able to keep it up. With a 17-second difference at the same level of investment, it's actually not that bad. Remember, skill always overshadows raw numbers. Now that we've seen Zani's power, how does she compare to other top tier DPS meta teams? Well, let's put her right up against her boss, Carlotta. Let's do a comparison between these two. With Zani being the most premium unit we have to date, I'm wondering if her power is really substantially better than Carlotta. Sadly, I can't do an absolute proper test because the tower conditions, it's heavily favored towards Carlotta because of the resonant skill damage bonus, but nonetheless, it's still a decent display of their differences. This proves that a premium Zani team is still not even blowing any of the other teams out of the water. Thankfully, we haven't entered into the realm of pure power creep, where the newest premium unit is just leagues above the rest. It is unfortunate that Zani needs all of the pieces of Exodia to become powerful, but when she has those pieces, she is about a tier 0 character, which is impressive. With all of that being said, she is a luxury character, not for someone who doesn't have a ton of astrites to get Pheobe and Zani's weapon. If you want to have the maximum power with Zani, you're going to have to cough up some astrites. There's no way around it. But you do get a free Spectral Frazzle enabler, and while yes, you have to quick swap to pull out Zani's power, many people will be satisfied with that outcome. Getting Phoebe's weapon would shave off another 5 to 10 seconds, but honestly, I am perfectly content with where I'm at. Now stay tuned because I'm working on a good old quick swap guide, and I'll show you exactly how to play Zani with not only Pheobe and Spectro Rover, but also the likes of Chun-Li and Carlotta and many more. So what do you guys think of Zani? Are you running her with Pheobe, or are you just running her with Spectro Rover? Go ahead and let me know down in the comments how your team building is going. If you found this enjoyable or helpful, please subscribe and like the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you guys in the next one. This has been Void, and Enigma out.